what's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome to Conflict of Sports. It's your boy Baker. Of course, we got Benoit in here, and we got a special guest that's now added to the cast, Lil Corey. Tonight, we're going to discuss the difference or the indifference, or however you want to say it, between LeBron and Michael Jordan, like me and Lil Corey did last week. It's just going to be Courtney. Well, it's going to be Benoit and Lil Corey going at it. They're either going to agree, disagree, or come to agreement. We're also gonna go over the top picks for the NFL. I'm gonna have my picks. Courtney got his picks, and LaCour gonna have some of his picks. Um, we also will discuss the top two biggest news that's going on in the NBA, and one pretty much that's in the NFL as far as the trade rumors. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to LaCour. You're gonna go ahead and kick it off, my brother.
What's up? What's up? Like I said last show, Brian, that's a great. It ain't nothing taken from his game. I just, in my eyes, of watching sports, I don't feel like you could compare him to Jordan and Kobe, but I'd rather compare him to Magic because of the type of player he is. And just situations and games how Jordan and Kobe played it out. LeBron wouldn't play it out like that, and you could criticize him for it. But it's mainly to do, like I said, with his fans. I'm not talking about you, Chris. I'm
I'm
saying,
about hey, I'm about to you
so
listen. Not to cut you off. I'm gonna just say this one time. I'm not gonna interrupt no more.
tag
From
him.
now on, tag them ball, man.
I'm
If
gonna
you
tag
tag
him.
them, if you tag them, that's gonna help me help you.
Right, right. But that I don't know. I don't even want to give them notification like that.
Oh no,
But
I
yeah,
want them boy head, man.
but
They got us out
you know,
here looking bad.
I just like I said with that situation, Game Five. A lot of people say that was the right basketball play, but from a standpoint of watching the game and seeing how Kobe and Jordan operated in that situation, LeBron, like I said, he was hot. He scored 40 points that game. He was shooting the whole game, shooting lights out, shooting mid range, shooting threes from the logo. But in that moment, it's like for one, he could have ISO because it was clear space for him to ISO, but he called for a pick. Now, when he called for the pick, that forced the double team to be much easier. And the double team man was Duncan Robinson, and he drove to the goal. It's like he didn't create a shot to get his shot off first. He just created a play just for his teammate instead of creating a play for him and then feeding off of him. If he gonna pass it to his teammate. In them situations like that, not saying Kobe and Jordan never passed it, but they looked for their shot first before they, just said, I'm gonna drive to the goal and kick it out to you and you shoot it. I felt like that was the design play that was drawn up. And that's to me what separate them three players right there. But he's still a great because he got four of them bad boys and his numbers, is up there with the greats. He breaking all the records. So, it ain't really nothing. I just don't really see the because to me, Jordan resume is perfect, you know. And you can say it's not, but it kind of is to me when you look at other NBA players' resume because everybody wanna chase Jordan, chase his greatness. They don't say, "Oh, let's chase Tim Duncan greatness." Every player is like 23, 23. I want to chase Jordan greatness. And he did lose in the first round, but like I said, when he got to that mountaintop, he ain't never got knocked off, and he did it a three-peat two times, and he took 2 years off and came back and three-peated again. So that's amazing. I'm not saying an athlete can't do that, take 2 years off and go play another sport, but you don't see that nowadays, like, when Jordan era and Deion Sanders and all them ball did it. So I feel like for him taking 2 years off the game and coming back and three-peating again, that's you could say that equaled up to, LeBron James longevity too, because Jordan really ain't fall off neither because when he was in Washington, he 40-some years old, he still averaged over 20 points. LeBron not how old LeBron is, what, 35?
Yeah.
30? So I mean, in 5 more years, how it's looking like he'll still average a triple double, but we never know, what could happen. That's 5 years from now. But that's the only thing that separate their game to me, you know. And I rather compare him to, like I said, a Magic, because Magic resume is he got 5 rings too, and he lost what, 2 of them or one? I think he five
Two.
and I think it's 5-1. But he lost. He lost. Somebody keep calling me. I'm sorry, but I think it's 5-1. But his resume, is pretty good too. And the type of game he played as the type of game LeBron played, just with a little bit more athleticism. Because Magic ain't really have a consistent jumper, but he could have hit the jumper, every now and then. But nowadays, today's game is more shooting and this and that. So back in the day, it was really around the basket and close mid range shots compared to now with you got players who centers shooting threes and stuff like that. So it's kind of more open. But I consider him another Magic.
I think not to cut you, but Magic lost 4 times in the final. He 5-4.
Ooh, all right. So I mean, see, and who knows when LeBron retire? If he reach 6, 5, 4, whatever he reached, people might not talk about his final losses because people don't talk about Magic one like that. In full, to me, even though it's still over 500, full is still, a lot too. But we don't look at Magic for his full losses. We look at him for the 5 he won, 1-1 his rookie year without having Kareem Nan playing center, and for the other 4 he won. So like I say, when LeBron retire or whatever, because like I noticed that a lot. Like the same thing with Kobe. Whenever he wasn't here, they had some people disliked the Kobe, and it's like when he passed away, like with the rappers, when they pass away, people listen to their music more and this and that. I feel like that's how it's gonna be once Brian leave. A lot of people, including me, we're gonna really look at it and be like, man, fuck them 6 final losses. He, look what he did, coming back 3-1, you know what I'm saying? Winning one in Miami. Cause that was a fire team. I used to,
Yeah.
even though I ain't like, watching them win because I was a Kobe man. I used to like watching them ball play because just how they played, it was like it wasn't similar to the Warriors, but it was because they could have get beaten some games.
Yeah,
But
boy, the Warriors is a different fucking
that was
juggernaut, boy.
Miami.
Oh Lord, now he a big man. Boy, I
No,
ain't never seen one of Miami Heat had, boy.
that's from when Braun was there.
Oh, all right. I'm just making sure. Because I got a couple in the closet too now.
Yeah, that's when Braun was there, man.
Yeah, I got. You see what I got on right now, LaCour? You see it, huh?
oh
That
yeah.
that's that that's that
I ain't
three
gonna
one.
lie.
That's that 3-1 right there.
Hey,
But I still got my Dwayne Wade jersey from when they won it in '06.
but listen, hey,
Damn.
that year when you won it in Cleveland, bro, like I kid you not, I put my money on Cleveland, and when it was down 3-1, some still told me like, ain't no way they gonna allow Brown to go back home and lose like that. He got to win one in Cleveland. And I was like, man, I was telling everybody that ball gonna come back from that 3-1 deficit. And
Yeah.
and he did. And like I say, this this is what I take from it because I see the same thing with with AD. Like I told you last show, Kyrie hitting that shot. I think that shot was bigger than when Jordan hit Game 6 to win.
Mm.
Jordan hit to win his 6th ring.
That's
Cause
a hard one right there. Cause boy, that
yeah, because
man, I
Jordan
don't know. I don't know, dog. Like
look,
that's a
one,
man,
it was a three. It was a three. And that was the defending champions he hit that against. And it was a Game 7.
dog. But listen to what you're saying, dog. I feel what you're saying, but listen what you're saying, LaCour.
Hey, and who knew? Well, I knew he was gonna take that shot because he was tired of you watched the last 4 minutes of that finals?
But no, but see, that's the good thing about playing with somebody like LeBron. Let's switch and not to take away that because I'm gonna tell y'all this now, and I'm gonna put this on the record. Michael Jordan is my favorite basketball player of all time. Ain't nobody gonna ever be. I'm not gonna say be greater than Jordan because I feel LeBron gonna pass that if he hadn't already. I just gotta wait till his career end so I can give y'all a summary on that. I can't say he is now. I can tell you, if he not there, he damn near close to breaking the seal on it. But when it comes to being hero wise, man, I just found out, to be honest with you, that people was taking shots with people yelling Kobe to make it on the back. I ain't know that because
Yeah.
I didn't know that though. Me,
Man,
when
when
I
I was in
say
middle school, that's all
listen
we used to say. Kobe.
and listen, when I say 3, 2, 1, I'm doing a fadeaway. I'm automatically doing a fadeaway fake and jumping and shooting. That's Jordan to me.
It's
Like I'm
it's
always,
different.
yeah,
It's
I
still
feel you.
different, but that's my little boy name. You already know that.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel in that. But to me, when I say 3, 2, when I hear that, the first person that comes to my mind is Jordan, and I do the little fake, and I try to hang in the air as long as I can. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
Now,
was raised.
hey, can I say something? My honest opinion.
Go ahead.
Kobe did copy Jordan moves, but I feel like Kobe perfected it a little better.
Well, I mean, that's like having the answers to the final test. If I give you the answers to the final test and let you go study at home, ain't you gonna pass that test?
Yeah, but listen, not everybody could have copy or study Jordan moves and do it like that. So
Not everybody was smart enough to watch the film on
no,
that.
it's not even smart enough to watch.
Man,
Who
I'm
ain't
telling
watched
you, man.
Jordan? Be honest,
Not
Chris. Who?
not not like somebody that's trying to pass him. See,
But
people think it was easy. Like for example, look at LeBron, right? The very next day this year again, that boy in the gym right now. The ball all vacation fishing. That ball riding a bike in LA with the team. Like
he got a
we
bike in
ain't
his.
done.
He got one
No,
in his
Baker,
but
Baker, you wrong on that one
No,
because
no,
the
I'm not
boy
talking
loves
about the
Lakers
bike,
right
not the bike, not the bike. I'm talking about like working out. You go look at
now.
his page
Right.
and boy working out on his story, like him and his little girl. Like
That's
it's
an
no
old one.
stopping.
That's an
It ain't
old
no
one.
stopping. That boy
That's an
just posted
old
that.
one though.
When that from? Because he just
That's an
posted that
old
like two
one.
days ago.
That boy was in Vegas. That boy in Vegas right
Well,
now.
no, I'm not saying he ain't going nowhere, but I'm saying he's still consistently Vegas right there.
Oh
LA. I
yeah.
was in LA. That's a couple hours down the street. That's if you don't even live in LA. That's right down the street.
but
Oh
I
nah.
yeah.
ain't saying he ain't out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he not out enjoying himself or nothing like that. But to
Oh no,
say
he gonna
like,
be back. Yeah, he gonna be back in the gym.
yeah, like to say like some of them ball be taking vacation and going, and
Yeah.
everybody takes vacation. That ball be working
Matter
out,
of
man.
fact,
But nah,
matter of fact, he was matter of fact, I think right after that, he was watching The Last Dance, studying Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, but
see,
everybody. That's what I
that's
say.
that's what I'm
Everybody
saying.
got him. You
Listen,
got him.
everybody that come in the league, they want to be Jordan. You can't say little kids before they made it to the league and say, "I yeah." So everybody did watch Jordan play and did try to do what he do. It's just
Definitely.
that they couldn't do it. So my thing is on Kobe case, because a lot of people like to say, "Oh man, he walked like Jordan, he do this." Why wouldn't you perfect your game from the best basketball? Because I mean, the logo is Jerry West, but everybody knows the Jordan logo. Why wouldn't you want to perfect your game after him? So a lot of players probably tried it because DeRozan, he kind of got a similar game to Jordan, but it's not Kobe
Yeah,
wise to
yeah.
close to Jordan. Just saying with Kawhi, they all got
Man, that boy, I'm not gonna lie
this.
to you. He kind of disappointed me because I was really
Oh,
looking forward to that matchup.
I
No,
know,
as far
I
as the
know,
matchup, I was
but
really looking forward to that,
but
dog.
Hank, you know what
Everybody
it
was.
is? I'm gonna tell you why the Clippers lost. They didn't have a point guard to control that team. You see, when he played with Kyle Lowry been in the lead. He a veteran. He a savvy point guard. Patrick
Yeah.
Beverly, he kind of the same on the defensive side, but he can't really set up an offense, and he don't know the Clipper system how Kyle Lowry knew the system of the Raptors because he been on that team for a
And
minute.
and to me, that's the crazy thing about it. I know Kawhi want to get his check, and going out like that, getting that money based off of the shot he made to make it there. I understand that, but to
But Paul
me,
George, Paul George was missing too, though. You can't just put that on
I mean that
Kawhi.
boy, that's some poo, man. That boy, that's some
So,
hot garbage, man.
Kawhi, hey, people can say what they want. That's another player too that later on, because we forgetting Kawhi just like 27, 28.
That boy
So
bad. That boy body gonna get knock on wood. I don't wish that on nobody. That boy,
Kawhi,
that boy body is horrible, man.
who
That boy
Kawhi?
don't take that boy don't take care of his body like that.
Man, you must
That boy
think
don't. Man, that boy does not take care of his body like y'all think he take care of his body, dog.
He
That
too
boy rest.
stiff.
Listen to me. That boy had all that during when the regular season was going on. That boy in his contract, he sat out games during his contract to be ready for the playoffs. You got that you already had, plus you got the months off from the league going on, not strike, but from the COVID, and then you come in and you're
Hey,
still. Oh no, man, that boy.
hey, you can't look at Kawhi and not say that he don't have the body. Man, come on, man.
Hey, look,
That
I'm gonna
boy
tell you
built
something.
the Achilles.
Can I do one thing? I know one person who's ready. We can all name one person that was ready for the season when it came back around. LeBron James.
And Giannis.
Giannis was good, but Giannis ain't got no mid range. See, that's the thing that's killing him. If that ball, when that ball gonna find his mid range, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop. That's the next
Giannis
star of the
too.
NBA. No, I'm talking about Giannis. Once that ball find his mid range jumper, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop that dude. Not even LeBron. And I'll put that on record. When that ball gonna find his mid range jumper, because we already know you stop him from going in the paint, he can't do nothing but pass the ball or turn it over. But when that
Exactly.
ball gonna find that mid range jump, because he can shoot. When he gonna perfect that that Tim Duncan type shot from the oh my god.
He
That
still
boy,
got an ugly shot right now. He got an
man,
ugly
listen,
shot right
all he needs for it to go in, Cole. I don't care. He shoot that bitch like Lonzo Ball. Cause he tall. That boy find that mid-range. See, they know block him out the paint, he gotta pass it or he gonna turn it over. We all know that now.
Hey, but listen, ain't that the same type of way that the Spurs beat LeBron?
Yeah, but now you see, but he got it though. That's what I'm saying though.
And
It took him about 7 years. It took him about good 6, 7 years. That's why I'm not on Giannis heavy right now. But his
but
clock's
no,
ticking.
the thing with Giannis though, I'm gonna be real with you. He need to lead the Bucks.
Oh, I think man, that's another. I don't man. I
No,
want to
he,
say he leaving. I think he gonna go to Miami, dog.
If
I
he
think
do
he gonna go to
leave,
Miami.
he going to Miami.
That's what I'm saying. If he go to Miami, they gonna get
Either
him right.
Miami or Golden State.
he wanted to.
I wouldn't go to Golden State.
Cornell, he's fan or Lakers?
He ain't hear you.
Basketball.
Huh?
Basketball. Straight.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I just got some breaking news, cuz
What's up?
The NBA target in January
Why
18th.
like breaking the phone?
You
The
heard?
what?
That's too early.
The
That's
the
too early.
yeah, the NBA season is targeting to start January 18th.
That's
Hey,
too early.
hey, now I'm gonna be real with that too. Cause I heard they trying to start the season back like the same pace as if the lockout, not the lockout, but the corona stuff never happened. But that's gonna be bad too because a lot of players, I ain't gonna say there's gonna be a lot of toll. They're gonna have a lot of injuries, I think.
Yeah,
No,
that's too early. That's
I
too
don't think
early to
that's
come back.
man. But what you gonna do? You gonna have a summer league type thing? They gotta what they trying to do is they trying to get it. See, now they got a formula. We know we got a good system and we know we can get it to where nobody gets sick. That was a hell of an accomplishment right there. You see the NFL struggling with that right now. So they already accomplished
Got
one thing that
fans.
nobody can do.
Some teams can have fans.
Right. But what I'm saying is as far as them beating the nobody getting sick, and if you leave, you out of there, you gotta quarantine like it ain't nothing. So they already perfected that. So if they can get the season back up to January, which I think is not bad, and get it to where it'll end on the regular date, and then the next season start how it's supposed to. I think that'll be better than to starting the season late again, and then you have another late season and another late season and another like it'll just keep falling late. Because at the end of the day, what they do, and I also heard too during the bubble that they was gonna have multiple locations to where they was gonna have a location in Chicago, a location in Orlando, and I think they was talking about a location. I could be wrong, but another location somewhere around Texas or LA. So they was gonna have multiple places that all the teams could just rotate and play
How
like
you
that.
how you feel about not to say it was a big deal,
What's that?
but because they lost a lot of views because of them wearing what they wore on their jersey. It got
I
some
ain't seen nothing wrong with it.
but they say they not doing it like next year.
I mean, they made it. To me, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I would say I wouldn't do it again. They just did it as election time. That was just to get the votes up for people to register. That was the whole movement behind that, and it had a cause behind it. But for them to do that every season, I don't think it's necessary for them to do it every season because the point is proven. You don't want to overdrive something, you know.
Right.
I
Yeah,
feel like the
nobody,
point was. I
nobody.
think the
But they
point was
shouldn't. They
given.
shouldn't have to say it. You know, they just like not do it. You know,
Right,
it's like they
right,
saying it because, like I say, they did lose some ratings because of that. You know, they lost ratings because of the corona and just because of that and everything that was going on. Because you know
yeah,
they got some crazy people in this world that will be like, "Oh, I'm not watching that." Like, and
yeah,
these fans, but just because of their political beliefs, they ain't gonna watch it.
yeah.
So I
But
just
check
think
this out. I just
nothing
pulled
about
this
it.
up. So it cost them boys. Let me just run the numbers to you. Because in a sense, what you said is true, but it's not true. Because I had read this earlier too, because I just be reading. But them boy, it cost them boys $180 million to put together the bubble. The whole operation it cost from the beginning to the end. They spent $180 million, right? With the
Mm,
views and all the players there and everything, the revenue coming in, the ball made 1.5 billion.
damn.
So, I mean, if you look at the numbers, they might have lost views, but they made more money than they had to spend. So,
Oh,
in
they
a
can
way,
make money.
they kind of won. They kind of won, but now
Yeah,
it's gonna be getting them fans back because I don't know if they'll be able to do that again with more teams playing. That's gonna be the challenge when you got the Grizzlies playing and you got all of them. The Suns gotta play now. Like when the season open, everybody gotta play now.
Yeah, because that's 82 games.
Right. So that and like, they might not even do 82. They might do from January to what? When the championship usually like May?
June, May, June,
nah,
the
May, June. So a
June,
good
NFL,
July.
six. Yeah, so
NBA.
yeah, they can get a good 60 games out of that. 65, 70 games easy. Because the way they have to play it, right? They have more than one court going on at one time. You just have to whatever game you can catch. If you ain't got no package, you just stuck with them games.
Yeah, but I want them to play the full 82, man. I don't want no 60 games.
I don't think they're gonna this season. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even hoping for no 82 because I don't think it's possible because they still got to start the next season. Now the next season can be 82 if they do January 18th to let's say July 1st. If they do that, they can get you a good six because you don't want to at the time you don't want to kill your players out. Now that's gonna be overdrive because if you're trying to start it when the season usually start in August or
October,
September or
Yep.
when they
October,
kick October,
October.
yeah. So you kick
Because
82 games off.
it's always like a week or two before Halloween.
Okay, so let's say you kick it off from January 18th to July 30th, and then you're back though August September. 3 months later, you got a full 82. That ain't even an off season right there.
Yeah, that shit crazy how 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 that season ended late, and we kind of ain't even realized that.
Yeah,
We thought it still was like the regular fun, you know, just
yeah,
didn't have fans.
yeah. That was the
And
crazy part to me.
you think that
Yeah,
played
the
a effect
season
on some
will
of
be
the players?
starting right now.
Yeah, you're right, right.
The,
You think that
yeah,
played
the
some
season will be
uh,
starting.
on
To
some of the
answer the
players, bro?
core, I think me personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. If them fans was there, the Clippers would win, Denver wouldn't win, and on top of that, if the fans was there for the Lakers series, them first two series would have been sweeps for sure. Because that them fans bring a different type of energy to you, dog.
Who you think would have come out the East? You think that he still would have come out?
I don't think the Heat would have. I think me honestly, I think Boston probably would have pulled it off with the fans because that's a young team and they would have thrived off of their fans that gave them that momentum. See, Jimmy don't need no fans because Jimmy a pro, like he vet, so he was underdog all his career pretty much, so he don't care about none of that.
Yeah, I want to see a Lakers against the Celtics finals too, man.
Yeah, I wanted that too. I really did because I think they would have banged with them more because that young team
It would have been
hard.
it would have been good. It would have been good for the league
Yeah, it's gonna
because
happen though.
you know what I'm
It's
saying
gonna happen.
that's the two most you know what I'm saying celebrated franchises in NBA history.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, depending on what Giannis do, that'll throw everybody in the East off. If that boy go to Miami, everybody in the East might as well just come on, just go to another team, dog. Because that boy, and if that boy go to Miami, ain't nothing coming out the East.
You can't really say that
I
though.
can't.
Man,
Yeah,
that
I
boy,
can't.
I know you're gonna say Brooklyn. The boy not coming. You put Giannis with Jimmy, I don't give a fuck what Durant shoot from. Durant could be shooting from his hotel room. The boy not
Telling
going nowhere,
you,
man.
listen, I'm a Laker man, but I'm gonna just say this: that Nets team they gonna be trouble next season.
No. I never said they wasn't gonna be trouble.
Regardless, hey, Giannis could
I'm
go.
not saying.
Hey,
Who gonna
listen,
stop Giannis on Brooklyn?
it's not
Name one
about
player. Man, who gonna stop that ball
no
getting in the paint, man?
nobody. Like, hey, nobody can stop nobody. If you that man, you can't get stopped. The only thing they could do is contain that man. And listen, they
Oh yeah,
got
you can contain him.
they
You can
got the
contain him.
formula to go up against Giannis because they got 2 7-footers on that squad. All you
But
gotta
you put
really,
that ball, you putting that ball, you know who you putting that ball with if you go to Miami?
I know that.
Like it's
I know
not
that.
just, and that's the thing that I think he should do as a fan of basketball. People going not like that because they want him to stay with the Bucks for 30 years. That man never gonna make it to the finals with them people. They never, if the only way he make it to the finals with them people is if they get that ball Chris Paul and they get him another sharpshooter on the perimeter. That's the only way as far
Bradley
as
Beal.
availability right now.
Bradley Beal.
Or Bradley Bill, or like a true point guard that can really facilitate. Because I hate when that ball bring the ball down and stop at the 3-point line. I hate that kind of. LeBron do that too. I hate that. If you go dribble that motherfucking ball, pass it, keep it moving. Don't stop and look around and try to confuse people. You go. You know what I'm saying? As that, I'm honestly saying that, dog. But Giannis too big to be bringing the ball down the court just to pass it when he gets by the 3-point line. No, man,
Yeah.
you pass it to your point guard. Go set up where you're supposed to. Nobody can stick you. You
Right.
all muscle, dude. That dude all muscle.
Shit, high pick and roll all day with him.
Man, pick and roll loud. Pick and roll right
And
down
that's
the
why,
middle.
hey, if he go to the Warriors,
But I don't think that, see me with the Warriors, I like the Warriors. I ain't got nothing against the
they
Warriors.
gonna
I
have to
like
give
watching
up
them play.
Andrew Wiggins though.
No, but listen, I like the way they play. I like all that. But with them, they don't need nobody, dog. Like for me, as a fan of basketball, they got everything they need right there because they won a championship without Kevin Durant. So you still got all them people. You just got to replace the Livingston. You got to replace the Iggy. Like you can
Ain't
get
got
those
no bench.
players. No,
Name a
no,
bench player on the ball team. They ain't got no bench.
no. But I'm saying though, like you can replace the role players like that. Throw a veteran in there like that. But right now, your championship team from 2017 is your veterans. You can call Clay all about veterans now, so you don't need an Iggy. You just need somebody with the defensive presence.
They got oh boy Pascal. He was a rookie last year. He nice. He all right.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
another
And I
he
mean,
remind me of Draymond.
You gotta
but you
replace.
see, and
You
another
gotta
thing too with the
remember though.
huh?
Big, you gotta remember though, when they won that first one, Kyrie was hurt.
Now I don't want to say that though, because they're gonna say I
Kevin,
want to say that. You
Kevin
can't.
Love
I'm not
was
even gonna
hurt.
go on record and say that because that's the
So
woulda, coulda, shoulda.
you know what I'm saying? It's that's how it goes.
Yeah, I
Kyrie
understand.
was
I want
hurt.
to say that, but as a
Kevin Love was
LeBron
hurt.
fan, I think I'm not allowed to say that.
No, you can say as a basketball fan, you can say that.
Yeah, as a best, but they see my hat, they gonna look, they gonna sound clip bait me. I'm gonna be.
Because
I ain't gonna. They gonna clip that, boy.
what happened? Because then
They
you look
already
at
got it on screen record too.
Oh no, I'm not
so
tripping on that. But
I'm
what
so
I'm
saying
when
saying
you
is,
look at what happened in 2016 with a healthy LeBron, a healthy Kyrie, and a healthy Kevin Love, you see what happened.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
how
like
many
I
Now
games
said,
you
when
gonna
you
make
got
I
though?
mean, we can do we man, there's so many people that got cheated out of stuff. Like for me, another thing too, like I always say this too. If they would have never blocked that trade with Kobe getting Chris Paul, Kobe would have had a 6 rings, dog.
yeah,
Like that was a 6 ring right there. Yeah, ball to get Chris Paul. Oh my God. Listen, them ball was going
he
to the
probably
finals
had
with Chris
7.
Paul.
He probably had 7.
That's what I'm telling you. But me, I still take it back to when he had Shaq. If they could have just worked that out, dog, them ball could have won 4 in a row, dog. Easy.
They could have, and rest in peace, Kobe. That's my dog too. But at that moment, he was being selfish.
Yeah, everybody go
They
through that
Kobe was
phase.
being selfish, man. You can't say that. Listen,
Oh no, man, that boy being selfish, bro.
listen,
At that moment, he was being selfish because
listen. All right,
he was
hey,
like,
I'ma just say
it's either
this.
me or Shaq.
I'ma say this. For
And look,
one,
and you know what's crazy? Not to cut you off, LaCour, but you know what's crazy? I said the same exact thing whenever last week. Man, Corey, I said the same exact
I
thing, dog.
listen to listen, hear me out. The franchise as a Lakers, they made a because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. You any player could go to a staff and be like, "Oh, I don't like this player." You don't think Shaq went and said something about Kobe.
Oh,
The same
Yeah,
definitely.
way, the
Definitely.
same way, you know. So it was more based on Kobe younger. We got to do something to where at the end of the day we gotta keep one of them. We can't lose both. Now we could roll with Shaq and leave him as our franchise player, but everybody know that. Shaq even said it himself. Man, Kobe was the first player at practice, the last player leaving practice. Kobe would get
oh
on my
yeah,
ass about not being in shape, about
Yeah,
not wanting.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
look,
yeah.
you could
yeah.
say if Kobe wouldn't have been selfish, they would have had 7 rings or this or that. But if Shaq would have been in a gym rack like Kobe, and not to say would have followed Kobe lead, because I put it to you like this: if Shaq was younger than Kobe, the way Kobe work ethic was, you don't think Shaq would have followed Kobe?
Oh yeah, man. I agree with
I say
everything
this.
you just
So
said.
No,
yeah,
I feel what you're saying. I say
that's
this though.
why
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
that's why I feel like Shaq looked at it, because you could say it got something to do with Kobe, but it got something to do with Shaq too. Because like I said, if Kobe was older and the veteran, and Shaq was the young Kobe, Shaq would have followed Kobe, no matter how big Shaq was, like Kobe did with
I
Bynum.
I
You
take
know,
that back. I don't think so because the way Shaq came into the league, Shaq they tried to LeBron Shaq. Because if I remember this like it was yesterday, dog, when LeBron, I mean when Shaq will play Jordan, they'll put the camera on her too, and they'll be like, these are the two faces of the NBA. Like they would compare, like Shaq was the next Jordan to them. When he came in the league, they was looking at like this is the man that's gonna take over when Jordan leave. I never forget that. And I would be looking at the TV like, yeah, that's cool. He a center, but he'll never be on the level of Jordan. But that was when he was at Orlando. Now, when that ball went to the Lakers and I seen the, I said, oh, okay, now, all right, you might, and they might got something here.
but you see, hey, what was different in Orlando? He went to the finals, but he never won it.
Yeah, he said
So
it too. Though. They were celebrating like just like I said. Their big thing was making it to the championship. That's the same way
Instead of
with
winning.
Miami.
so
When Miami first ripped, Miami was so worried about beating Boston to where if you look at the celebration after the game, you could have sworn them ball won the championship. And they went to Dallas and got their ass 2 out. That's the only reason why they lost because they felt that all right, we beat Boston. Now we definitely gonna win the championship for sure. And Dirk wasn't
Not
going for
just
that.
that. That wasn't the only thing. LeBron wasn't used to being the bad guy. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
his mental was tore up that season. He wasn't used to
Mm-hmm.
being the bad guy like
I forgot about that.
everybody.
I forgot about that. That was the first year they actually was on his ass. The media,
Everybody
everybody
hated
was on his ass that year. And I mean,
man, I don't
no,
want to hear.
listen, listen, listen.
I'm about
No,
to
some
skip
real
it.
shit.
Oh, I
You
don't
can
want to
you can look
hear.
at
Man,
his
you know how
post. No,
many
wait,
years Kobe was the bad guy?
man. No, ball Kobe only became the bad guy when he told on Shaq, ball. That ball told on
Man,
Shaq.
Kobe,
That ball.
you forgetting. Kobe, listen, the same way y'all trying to say that about LeBron, the NBA robbed Kobe of 2 rings because they didn't want him to be the face of the franchise or the lead because of that rape allegation. Y'all forgetting about that.
Yeah, but that
So
wasn't to me. I never even counted that.
Kobe always was the bad guy.
No, but that
But Kobe,
you know when
but
that came. You
Kobe,
know what
but
year
the
that
difference
came.
is Kobe didn't
No,
care.
no,
That's the
but
difference.
no, he
Kobe didn't
naming some
care.
shit
But
that
that's
happened.
you can't.
He naming some
But
shit that happened in 04, 03 or something. Like Kobe had been in the year since 96, bro. What you talking about?
man, he was the bad. You just said when he told on Shaq and shit.
But that was in the 2000s. Kobe hadn't been in the league already and a champion already at that time, dog. He wasn't no bad guy.
They looked at
But
Kobe.
Man, you
But
crazy,
Kobe
man.
didn't
Now,
care.
now look, Corey, look, bro,
That's
you
the
tripping
difference.
now. That
Kobe
ball, that
didn't
ball was
care.
drafted in the 90s, and he ain't getting no bad rep till like 2004 or 2003ish or whenever that shit happened.
Man,
It was in the two.
he's still maintaining 1 rings after that. That's what y'all saying
Yeah,
about
7 years
LeBron.
later.
But LeBron
Yeah.
wasn't always the bad guy too. And when he
No,
became the
but
bad guy,
that's what I'm trying to
don't
tell you.
but don't
So
say he
listen,
cracked because he was
LeBron
the
went.
bad guy. That's what I'm saying.
No, listen. The way you listen to what he said. He said that was the first time he was portrayed because everybody was mad at him because he left Cleveland. They were mad. They knew, like, but how you be mad at somebody for doing something that somebody was doing to them? That's like you getting mad at me. I throw a rock at you in class, and then the next day you pop me with a rock, and I'm no man, boy, hit me with a rock. No man, we fair. That's what Boston did. Boston was tearing ass with their big three. Nobody was saying nothing. But the moment somebody like a star caliber player, like LeBron said, all right, Y'all don't want to bring nobody to me. Y'all giving me Shaq when he damn near 40. I got fucking Mo Williams. Like you giving me all. I don't have no secondary. I have to be everybody. Like spend that money.
Nah,
Kobe had that. Listen, Kobe had that problem to spend that money. They went when they seen it was about to get real. We're gonna put these pieces around Kobe. Now they might not
listen
have
though,
been no top story.
but I mean, when you want to talk about that, and y'all like to, you bring up stats. If you go back and look at the Cleveland, the player stat line, he had the numbers to back him up from his players the same way
He
Kobe
a
had.
pass, but he's an
But
assist guy
listen,
though.
but he
You
had
gonna
because
get the ball with somebody
say
that's gonna pass the ball.
oh, who's Gauskis, but go back and look at that ball.
All right. If you look at
You can
how many
compare, but
assists,
listen, you can put
man, it's
his
about the
numbers.
ball movement. It's about the ball movement.
Listen, I'm just saying, looking at Mo, because you said Mo Williams. That's don't
Man,
don't
bought some
try to
hot garbage, man.
no. You can say it was hot garbage, but go look at
I'm
games
about
and
to
go
tell you
look
something
at
right
his
now. Look, this is
numbers.
gonna end it right here. Mo Williams points per game average.
When he played with LeBron in Cleveland,
That boy averaged 13 points a game, ball.
when he played with
But
LeBron,
look,
All right.
not his career.
Mo Williams average when he played with LeBron James. Points per game.
Don't look because his career, but when he played with
16
Bron,
points per game.
that's decent.
Well, that's decent. I gotta score 55 and this nigga gotta score 12.
How much D-Fish average when he played with Kobe?
Oh man, come
No,
on, man. Derek
but look
Fisher
about
average while playing with Kobe Bryant.
but look about them early Cleveland teams. I'll say
Derek
this:
Fisher average
they
playing with
played
Kobe
they
Bryant.
played good enough to get to the playoffs.
Derek
what? No, you forgetting Cleveland was number 1 seed every year.
Yeah,
when?
yeah, no,
What
that's what I'm
every year?
saying. They
Oh.
played, yeah, they played good enough to make it to the
That's
finals
not playing
and the
good enough.
playoffs
I'm the number 1 seed.
and first in the East. But when it came down to the playoffs, some of them didn't
No.
show up as
Listen,
much.
man.
Them boy
If I'm the
disrespecting.
number 1 seed every year going into the playoffs, is no way that I say, oh, I don't have the teammates to help me. You number 1 seed. You supposed to make it
They
there.
choked in the playoffs. Some of them didn't show up in the
Oh
playoffs,
shit, man. Fuck.
and that's basically what it was.
So Derek
When it
Fisher,
came down to the
thir-
playoffs, some of them didn't show up.
Derek Fisher, 13 points a game.
Like, and all right, who was Kobe shooting? Well, Kobe was a shooting guard, but who LeBron had? Hughes was that ball name?
Larry Hughes,
Yeah,
you had Boobie Gibson,
ha! I don't even know what that ball look like no more, ball.
uh,
That's the
Eric Eric Snow was the point guard.
Yeah, we got
nah. That's
Snow.
when he played with the Spurs. That's when he played his first
Fucking
Yeah,
finals.
with
Snow.
with
You hear
Spurs.
what that boy saying? Boy got Snow, man.
Um,
Seriously?
and who was the center, man? That
What
big
what
ball
year you want me to
man.
pull up? I can pull it up for y'all right quick. What
No,
That
year?
was oh
man,
07. That
because
was oh 07.
you
That
saying
was
that,
oh
all right,
07.
What
y'all
year,
saying
Cole?
that.
Hold on, LaCour. What year? Give me a year.
That was oh 07.
That's the year you want to pull up, LaCour? 2007 roster?
That's when they played the Spurs. The
No,
first.
don't
That's when.
pull up the times when they was number 1 seed in the East
You
every
got to
year.
give me a year. I don't know exactly what year. I mean,
I mean,
every year.
it was what
They
around
had to be number one seed in
when that was
'07.
no. What
I
year
know
that
in
was when the
07. I
Celtics
know in oh 07 they was
oh
number
07,
one
yeah, oh 07
that
to
06, oh 06, oh 07 season, they was number one.
So
Yeah,
what?
because
So
it was
y'all want the '06 final? Not '06 finals, but the '06 season
really
or
just
the '07 season?
go from because when they lost when the Lakers beat the Magic and the Celtics, that was 2009 and 2010. So go from there
yeah.
because that's the years when LeBron, he was in the East. You
Now,
saying he played the Celtics?
so
But
in 2007, the ball was they was second. They was ranked number 2. So I don't know if they beat the number 1 seed or the number 1 seed got hit. That's what it
who
said.
was
I
the
don't
number
hold
1
on.
seed? I know the Bulls was number 1 one year. No,
That's
no, no,
when
no.
that's when
Bulls.
Derrick Rose.
That
That
was
was like
later.
2000.
That was with the
Yeah,
Knicks. Who was
yeah.
number
That
one
Derrick
was
Rose was balling.
when they was
That
second?
when Rose was Rose.
Who was number 1 when they were second though?
No, it just said it at the top. It
Boston.
say they was 50 and
Boston.
32, finished second in the NBA Central
Yeah, because
Division.
Boston beat the Lakers.
So Boston had to be number 1
Boston.
seed.
Yeah, but the years after that,
That's 07, 08, huh?
that's when the Lakers won and they beat the Magics. They
Yeah.
lost to the Magic. See, I
And
think the
then
Magic
Detroit.
was number two.
I think Detroit was first one season too.
That's no Detroit probably won in '06.
Nah, the Spurs won in '06. They
'05 then? It's one of them years after Kobe and them did they thing. The Spurs, I
oh
mean the
04,
Detroit
03.
snuck in.
Detroit won in '03, '04.
Oh,
One of
that
them.
was '03. Okay. Because what the Lakers was 2000, 2001, 2001, 2002, and 2002, 2003. That's
2003.
their first three-peat, right? From 2000 to 2003 was their first three-peat. And then Kobe hit, what, 10 and 11?
No, it was 2000 to 2002, and then Detroit won in
04?
Yeah. No '03. They won in '03.
And then what?
yeah,
Who back-to-back
yeah.
after that? The
It
Spurs?
was 03. It was 03.
Then the Spurs back-to-back, right?
Spurs won it in '04 because I think that was the Shark season.
That's a lockout, huh? They had a lockout or something? When they had
Yeah.
another, they had two lockouts, huh? I don't be remembering all that stuff like that. I ain't even gonna sit down in
But
front of you. I
nah,
gotta look
back to
that up.
what I'm saying. But LeBron, you can't say he ain't had because the numbers that his role players put up, that's the same numbers that
Let me
Kobe
ask you
role
a
players
question.
pull up in LA.
Let me
Hey,
ask
the
you a
only
question. Let me
difference
just ask
is
you one
the
question.
name. The
Let
only
me ask you a
difference is
question.
the name.
If you take LeBron James with his best Cleveland team and you take Kobe with his best Lakers team and you swap them, who winning more rings?
Kobe still getting him
Boy, you
too.
crazy, boy. Will you give LeBron Shaq? Oh my God, with a
But
passer like
listen,
that?
the
Man, you
topic
tripping, man.
is
Cole,
y'all
who you
said
agree
that
with?
y'all
Hold on,
said
wait, before you
LeBron
go,
ain't had. This is what
before
I'm
you go
saying
with your
though.
argument, hold on. I'm gonna let you
You
wait.
said,
I'm gonna let you
but
go.
you
I'm gonna
said
let you go,
Kobe.
LaCorey. I'm gonna let you go.
You
Cole,
said
what you
Kobe.
say?
You said Kobe best teams.
No,
So
you take Kobe
take
best
Shaq.
Lakers team ever, his best Lakers team ever, and LeBron best Cleveland team ever, and you swap LeBron and you swap Kobe. What team win more rings?
Oh, LeBron with the Lakers.
I'm trying to tell you who gonna guard Shaq. Man, come on, LaCorey, man.
But Chris,
Yeah,
listen to this though.
that's yeah.
Listen to this. Listen what you're saying
If
though.
you put
You
LeBron with that team,
with the topic that I'm talking about though, I'm saying because y'all said that LeBron ain't had this player or that player. Y'all putting disrespect on them role players that he had named because
No. I'm
the
not
same
disrespecting him.
listen, the
Right.
same numbers that they had, the same numbers that Kobe had with Lamar. Because don't don't act like Pau Gasol was averaging over 25 and or close to 30, or Lamar Odom was averaging. Lamar Odom was probably averaging 15 points a game or whatever. You could pull that up.
I am. Because
The
you
only
now that's
difference,
one player, and that's one player I will vouch for. That's one player that don't get no credit. That's a
but
big man that
listen,
can dribble like
because the
Iverson, boy.
name,
That boy dribble like Allen Iverson.
I know that, but Chris, the only difference is with y'all that y'all comparing, y'all not looking at the game-based stats that LeBron players achieve to help him to get them high-ranked seeds in the playoffs.
But
The
if
same
I
way,
gotta play point guard, what my point guard gonna play?
but the only thing y'all looking at is the names. Y'all looking at Wiley Zerviak and Ilgauskas and Mo Gibson or in LG Hughes or whatever in Mo Williams and shit like that.
Man,
And
bought some
y'all
hot
looking and
garbage,
y'all
I
man.
like
comparing
them
it to
boys.
Pop. Y'all comparing
But
it to
bought some
Pop
I like
trash,
them
man.
teams.
Man,
Odom.
fuck
But
with
if
them.
you look,
I hope them boys see this video down the line and they tag me
but
and go off
no,
and
but
buy them boys some trash, man.
if you look at their numbers
I
that they produce,
I actually like them boys.
yeah,
But
Like
if you look,
who?
the biggest difference for me is the role players for Kobe in the playoffs. When it came time, they showed up. Some of those role players on the Cleveland teams in the playoffs, they were nowhere to be found
hey,
in some of them games.
can I tell
That's
y'all something?
my
Listen,
that's just my difference right there.
listen though, and y'all like to, I'm not gonna compare it, but LeBron was in the East, and I'm not gonna say he played weaker opponents, but look at who Kobe had to go through to even get to the finals in the West. He had to beat the Utah Jazz, and y'all can say what y'all want with
I ain't
Darren
never said
Williams and
nothing.
Boozer. With Darren Williams and Boozer, that pick and roll was like Karl Malone and John
Oh
Stockton.
yeah, that was a fight.
And not only did he have to beat them on the offensive side for what they did, he had players like Corey Brewer, not Corey Brewer. What's that ball name, man? He was dark skinned. He played for Arkansas in college. He
What?
played shooting guard for Utah. But they had Andre
I'm lost.
Karolinko. He was guarding Kobe. And they had that other dark skinned dude. He was a good defender too.
Oh man, damn.
But
What?
he
Give me a
played
year, bro. I'm the tap in resources. Y'all give me a
that's
year for the
2008.
with the Suns.
No, the
2000
Utah
No, the
Jazz.
Jazz, the
Jazz to
Jazz.
2008.
2008. But listen, then he had to face Yao Ming and the Rockets.
Oh, yeah.
You got Shaq.
But everybody know,
No,
bro.
that's
Like
when he
once
didn't have
Oh, that
Shaq.
was after. That was after. That was after. That was after.
Yeah,
that was after, that was
yeah,
after.
Talking about CJ
yeah,
Miles.
yeah. No, not CJ Mouse, not him.
I don't even think that.
No,
But
but
name just popped up.
everybody know, man. Like everybody
He
know,
played
bro.
for Arkansas.
You
Had
got
retired,
more. What position he played?
Shooting guard or small forward. He played for Arkansas
They got
College.
Morris Allman. They got
No,
Matt Harpin.
no,
They got Brevin Knight.
no.
Kyle Corver. No, it's not Kyle Corver we're talking about. They
not
got
college.
CJ Miles. Paul Millsap.
Nah, he played power forward. I'm talking.
Ronnie Price. Darren Williams. No, what year this is? No, that's 2008. What year you told me?
That's a year.
Yeah, that's all the players right there. Point guard. I mean, shooting guard. You see? I mean, I got shooting guards. Is Morris Allman. The other shooting guard was Matt Harpin. The other shooting guard was C.J. Miles, and that's all the shooting.
Or look up 2009 or 10.
Hold on.
But it's one of them years. But and after he faced them, he had to y'all forgetting he had to face the Nuggets when they had Melo and Iverson. So Corbin, he went through some hell to
They got a
get to
No,
the
I
name on here.
finals.
I
remember.
can't
I
even
remember
pronounce
all
this
this.
boy name. His last name Jeffers.
No, that's what I was about to get to though, man. 'Cause once everybody know, bro. Once Jordan had retired, everything, all the competition was in the West. Like everybody know that, bro. The West, you know what I'm saying? The Spurs, the Jazz, the Nuggets, you know what I'm saying? San
To be
Antonio.
Oh,
honest,
I forgot the
New Orleans
Spurs.
should be in the East.
Everybody
I
know, bro.
forgot.
The
I
West
forgot he
was
had to be. I forgot he had to beat Timmy.
Oh, but
So
you can never sleep on them. The ball can be last place during the season and upset
listen,
teams all through the
hey,
oh yeah.
playoffs.
cause look, y'all
I
can say
never
what
counted
y'all
them
want,
boys out.
but Paga saw his numbers was not like it was in Memphis when he played with Kobe.
No.
But I'm gonna be real, would help Kobe to win them two, because he really was supposed to three-peat again. If
You what?
Andrew Bynum don't get hurt in 2008, we beating the Celtics. We not losing 4-2 against the Celtics in the finals.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know Andrew Bynum had got hurt.
But being like you said, being a Kobe fan, I can't really just say that because that's make an excuse. He took his loss, but he bounced back and he beat the
Yeah,
Magic. And then after he beat the Magics, he went back and beat the same team that beat his ass.
Yeah,
And I beat you in 7.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
I
the
ain't gonna lie, I
fourth,
like that matchup though. When the ball was playing, when the Lakers and Boston was playing, that was a good series both years. Boy, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy that.
Lakers, hey, bro. When the Lakers and the Celtics are playing in the finals, it's always good for the league. That,
It's gonna happen again, but if Giannis go to
look,
Miami, I'm
in that
kill
game
that.
7, I think the score was 79 to 83.
I
That was a
want to look it
low.
up. I'm tired of looking shit up.
That was no. You ain't gotta
that
look
was
that up. I know that. I
good.
rewatched that.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
rewatched that game almost every day. I ain't gonna
But
lie to you.
that's
Oh man.
that's
That's
when
that's when
that's when the boys could play defense, though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
And that's the thing.
That's
And
when they
see,
could
that's the
play
thing I was
defense.
telling to Lil Corey too. Like another thing you got to keep in mind, bro. The officiating this season was so different in different games. If you LeBron, you go past the ball because if them ball call a charge right there, that kill the whole game.
man. The lead is soft now, man.
No, but
It
that's
is.
because the defense ball was fighting,
It is.
LaCour. You can't have your two main. Them ball were really fighting back in the day, dog. They can't have that
Hey,
no
big
more.
girl. Hey, late game situation like that. You really think the ref would have called that on LeBron?
You never. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I can't say. I would say it was smarter to pass the ball than to see what he was gonna call.
No, I'm
I
not.
say
I'm
I
not.
say
Look,
this. I'll say this. They got some refs, they probably would, but then you got some refs that's not gonna make that call.
but I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying passing the ball wasn't Yeah, this about to sum up the whole thing right there. I'm not saying passing the ball wasn't the bad choice because where he was at on the court, of course. Because like I said, the play was drawn to for him to pass it. But if you look at that replay of that whole situation, down 1 point, they had like 10 seconds left. He was way at the top at the right corner of the key with Jimmy Butler close to him. The court was spread wide open. That's when you do a ISO moment and you step back or whatever, shoot your mid range, get to your sweet spot, like how Coleman Jordan will pull up, with the mid range shot. But what LeBron did, he called for the pick. So I'm not saying passing it was bad because that he had no choice but to pass it because he drew that up for him to pass it. But
Yeah,
he should have at that moment being at the top of the key with 8 seconds. That's like you said, you're in your backyard, counting down. What
oh
you
yeah,
gonna do? I
I
drop
look at it like
40
this
on you
too, but
already.
another thing too, you say that it was a bad pass, but shit, Danny still had enough time to dribble it all the way back to the fucking logo and run back to the
No,
three-point line and shoot
but
that
hey,
motherfucker.
is Danny Green a catch and shoot shooter or what?
Oh yeah, boy, pick and roll, you can
So
catch and shoot. You
so
right,
so
right,
so
but you but
it
catch and
was a
shoot. If you throw it to him, he wide open, nobody around him.
no, but hey, I read the Danny don't even shoot that shot, even if he wide open. You know
Man,
why? Because he not that type of shooter that shoots shots like he
man, well,
he
why the
catch the
fuck
ball
he
and
in
he
the
shoot.
why the fuck he in the game for the play that's not drawn up for him? I
Man,
he
give it
was
to that little
shooting.
rook. What's our little rookie name? Number 5? Our little rookie.
Hey,
Tucker,
What's our little
San,
rookie name?
hey,
Tucker.
San
Hey,
Antonio,
that boy, that
San
would have shot
Antonio,
made it.
Danny Green, San Antonio, Danny Green was a different animal.
Yeah, but it's a system though. That's the thing people don't understand. And look, and I'm gonna say this on record too. And look,
Hey,
Corey might get mad at me for this,
Danny
but
Green.
I look at it like
You
this.
don't remember when that ball? You don't remember when him and the other one? He the starting point guard now. The one from Australia for the Spurs, the Australian
I
dude.
don't
You
even
don't
watch no
remember?
ball play. I'm never gonna sit here and try to lie and say I know who you
No,
talking about.
when they came back and beat Miami in 2014, them ball was hitting threes like it wasn't nothing.
It's the
That's what I'm
system
saying.
though, Cole. It's the
But
system.
Talking
no,
about Patty
Danny,
Mills.
Danny Green was a shooter.
You talking
Like,
about Patty Mills?
yeah, Patty
Oh yeah,
Mills.
Yeah,
Patty Mills.
Pat it nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Hey,
Yeah,
no,
Pat it
bro.
nice.
Danny Green. They set records for threes,
Yeah, until them
catch and
Splash
shoot.
Brothers came. Them Splash Brothers, I
Danny
don't know what them
Green.
ball. I don't know who trained them ball.
I don't know. I don't know if he just not that same shooter he was, but that was a different Danny Green when he was in San Antonio.
Yeah. I mean, that's age though, dog. You talking 16 years ago.
No, man. I'm telling y'all what that
If you're
was.
saying '04, that's
Listen,
16 years ago.
No,
Chris,
man, that was in
Chris,
2014.
Oh,
Bro.
14. I thought you said 2000. All right, my bad. I'm hearing
No,
'06.
boy,
I'm
I'm
gonna say it
stuck
like
in '06.
this:
I'm about to say, damn, boy, Danny been in that bitch that long.
if
uh-uh.
if Danny Green at the corner, he hitting that shot.
Man, listen, you had a better chance than J.R. Smith shoot that motherfucking shot from right there.
JR would have hit it. You know why? JR that type of man that would hit a shot like that because
J,
it's off balance.
JR, yeah,
J.R. would have
JR
shot that bitch,
lived
hit that
JR
motherfucker, and
lived
then
for the
ran
shot.
off the court with no shirt on. And I don't even really rock with J.R. like that. Because I'm still mad at
JR
him from
lived for the
dribbling the
shot.
ball out.
JR
You know
lived for
what
them
would have been
shots.
nice though? If LeBron would have ISO, step back mid range and hit that
But
game one.
but at the end of the day, if you know, all right, look at it like this. On them big moments like that, if you look back in the film with Jordan know at the last moment, everybody know that I'm gonna have the ball. I'm gonna pass it to you, Kerr. Kerr said, look, I'm gonna be ready. When you pass it to me, I'm gonna be ready. It's easy to say that when you're not in that situation. They know you're gonna get the ball. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw everybody to me. That's the same, you can say that's the same play Jordan shot to Kerr. That's the same exact fucking play. He just wasn't on the 3-point line.
Where Jordan was at in the box in the mid range.
But he passed it back
He
and
wasn't in
he
the
wasn't
paint.
in the 3.
He wasn't in the paint.
Passed it back. It's the same
only
play.
difference with that is, only difference with that is LeBron on that play. I don't think he really drew it up to pass it, but being that Danny Green was open, because you know he can see He
Yeah.
can see the push from everywhere.
Yeah.
With Jordan and Steve Kerr, they was on the sideline, and Jordan had told him that,
Yeah, he
look,
was a bitch.
I'm gonna pass it to you. He knew Steve Kerr was gonna be open.
Yeah. Because if they
So
switch, I think you see something. If they switch or something, if they switch
yeah,
off of me, I'm gonna pass something
he
like
knew,
that. Yeah.
yeah, same thing. And it was the same thing when he did it with John Paxson.
Yeah.
He knew John Paxson was gonna be open. So I think that's the difference with that play is LeBron was going to drive it, and all the Miami Heat players came, and he seen Danny Green in the corner of his eye at the top of the key. Danny Green, 3-point shooter. He trusted, you know what I'm saying? He got trust in Danny Green to take that shot. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
Still,
lying. I ain't
what,
never
what
played a game against with Danny Green, a live game, and I ain't trust him to take that shot. Man, I knew that ball was gonna miss.
I'm
That
not.
boy hit
Hey, I'm
that
not
boy
gonna
hit the
lie.
bottom of the rim.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. When he shot in the air, I looked. I said, "Ooh, this about to be it." That bitch fell out. I said, "Oh my god." Then look,
You
they
know when I
pass it.
knew it was
I
gonna
say,
be it?
"Ooh." But look, when they pass it, I say, "Ooh, he about to pass it to AD." It flew out of bounds. I got up, dog. I turned the TV off.
yeah, man. But
I seen that they passed the ball. I said, "Oh man," because
but
LeBron was wide open at that point. Again, you still had 3 seconds on the
now,
clock with
like
LeBron
I
with.
said, like I said, man, for me, it's don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching LeBron since high school, so there is some times where I wish he would take some shots.
Me
Cause
too. I agree.
you know what I'm saying? So,
I
there's
agree.
some times I wish he would take some shots in
I
that
agree.
moment. In that moment, yeah, I would have liked him to take, even though I didn't watch that game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to watch those games because of because of the
The
hurricane and
storm.
messing
Yeah,
with
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But just seeing that highlight, yeah, as a basketball fan, as a LeBron fan, yeah, I wouldn't have mind seeing him take that moment. You know what I'm saying? But I live with him still making, making the right play because that's who he is. He's
Right.
been like that. He's been that way since high school. I'm gonna
Right.
I'm gonna make the
Right.
right play to put
You're
my
right.
team in the right position.
You're right.
And
And you can't force somebody to be something that everybody else wants them to be.
no, and
That's the thing I'm
he
trying to make everybody understand. Like, I feel everybody seeing take that last shot, but dog, he not no point guard. He can play point guard or shooting guard and all that, but at the same time,
yeah,
when it
he
comes
just a
down to
big
them
point
plays,
guard.
that's not his natural position to be in that situation. But
LeBron is a
sometimes he
6'6"
should.
point guard.
Sometimes he should. I be
But
like,
but
sometimes
going
he
on
should take
in the
them fucking
conversation
shots.
with Kobe and Jordan, he gotta do them type of situations.
But see, the thing that's the difference between the two, and you probably about to get mad at me from what I'm about to say is, it's hard for me to say this because I respect Kobe so much, dog. And like I said, because I want to say it, but being with the situation with Kobe right now is kind of disrespectful in a way. But it got to be said. If I don't say it, I'm not gonna be true to myself.
And
I feel
say
like no, I'm about to tell you because I'm you know how I am. I'm gonna say it. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I feel like this when it comes to the top three, or no, not even. I'm not even gonna say top three because that's not even fair. When I say who's the greatest of all times, if we was to end the career of LeBron James right now, at this moment, I would say Jordan would be over LeBron at this moment if it was to stop today. Only because the only thing that'll solidify LeBron is if he win another ring with the Lakers. And that'll be like, damn, this nigga went to a team that ain't make the playoffs since 2010, come to the team, get hurt. They was number 14, try to come back. It didn't
yeah,
work out.
all right.
Well, listen. Let me hear me out. He make that team there number 4. All you got to do is hold it down for me until I come back. Y'all couldn't do that. I understand it's a young team. Whatever it is, the case may be, it didn't happen. They didn't get
Hey,
it.
hey,
Wait, let
Jimmy
me
Butler,
finish. Wait. Let me finish. Let me
Jimmy
finish,
Butler
Quan.
went to the finals with his rookies
Let
while
me
LeBron got
finish.
his
Let me
trade.
finish. I ain't even hear what you said because you're gonna say it after. I really didn't hear you. But then to come back the following season and win a championship, and then you still got what 3 years left on your contract. They're gonna win another ring, if not next year, the year after next, for sure. And I'm gonna say this on record too. I can say maybe the next championship they win, Anthony Davis might win the Finals MVP. To
He
be
should.
honest with you, no, because you got to look at all around. You got to look at all around.
Man, slack off game 4 and 5 to let LeBron win that ring.
Man, you ain't no slack off. That man was playing that man played defense, boy. I'm not gonna lie. For that man to be like, hey, I'm gonna stick him, y'all don't worry about him. He's still gonna get him, but I'm gonna slow him down to where everybody else gonna be off because the offense run through this person. He did the shit with Jimmy. He did this shit with your boy Murray. Like he's sticking the shit that y'all saying he wouldn't do, he was doing it. So now that's checked off in the box. LeBron scared to stick to that. He stuck them people, right?
Hey.
But hold on. So when I say all this to say this, when you compare somebody to Jordan, I don't think it's a fair comparison to compare Kobe to Jordan because if you look at everything, listen to me, man. Hear me out. Let me finish. I'm gonna give you time. When you look at the all-around picture, Kobe had everything Jordan had and couldn't complete 6 rings. He had the coach, he had the system, he had the players, he had the staff, he had more formula than LeBron James ever did to even be close to Jordan, and LeBron's still in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like to be honest with you, that man's supposed to have 7. That man's supposed to have 7, 8 rings for on some real shit. Kobe's supposed to have 8 rings. Shaq's supposed to have 6. Because you still trade Shaq at the end of the day because the bitch wasn't working out.
Well, LeBron supposed to have 8 rings too.
No, but listen to me. There's a difference between figuring it out as you play and actually having an experienced coach that just come off of 6 rings.
You ain't never thought about maybe Phil Jackson was just in a good situation? Because to me, Greg Popovich is the best coach ever.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you give him Kobe and Shaq not gonna listen to him because he the type of coach he gonna sit you down if you listen to me. Listen, he did it with
gonna listen.
Nah, he would have listened. He would have.
No man, not that Shaq from 2000.
Man, he would have listened.
Man, you crazy, man. Man, that boy Shaq. If Pop say pick and roll right here, and Kobe shot them, they was not. They was
That's
not.
The thing.
They was not disciplined enough to even have a coach like that.
That was Phil Jackson. That's all he was.
And when he did that, what happened? Man. That ball was. That's like, look. Let me ask you a question. You ever been outside and the street light came on and you was stugging out a little bit, and your daddy come outside and whistle, and your ass ran your ass back home? You never had that happen to you? You never got that whistle and you went, let me bring my ass home. Before
Phil Jackson was in good situations, bro. Just like Steve Kerr, the same way he in good situations. Phil
now
Jackson.
You taking away. So what you're saying is in so many words. What you're saying is
no, because you
no. In so many words, you're saying that man is scrub.
By saying it was in good situations.
So you're saying that man is scrub in so many words.
No, I'm not saying he a scrub. But the same way, all right. You think Eric Spoelstra a good coach?
Oh yeah, because he was groomed by a man that come from championship ring. If a man like that trusts you, you can look at the experience right now, just off of the last series they had. Them balls running plays. That wasn't that wasn't all players on the floor doing that. That was plays ran. That's coaching.
See, with him being that he just brought up Spoelstra, the credit you got to give him is, I think, this season nice. With the Miami team this year, he getting the credit he should have got with when LeBron was there, but right. You know what I'm saying, he wasn't going to get that credit at that moment. But the Miami Heat team this year, he getting his coaching credit.
Man, that ball coaches ass off. Do you see the packages the ball was running? That wasn't just playing. That ball was running packages on the ball.
You know what would have showed that Phil Jackson was a good coach? When he went to New York, instead of taking the general manager spot.
No, he's too old, man. That man too old to be on the side. Listen.
Look, Greg.
Listen. No, but hear me out. Listen, if Carmelo...
this year, you know how long it been since the Spurs missed the playoffs?
Listen, if Carmelo Anthony would have just listened, the ball was good. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing that people overlook. When that ball drafted Porzingis, ain't nobody know who the fuck Porzingis was. That ball booed that man. No, listen, they booed that man. I was looking because I was like, damn, who was that?
The future.
Oh, yeah, he's future. I got a little point guard for him, shake them ankles, though. I got something in the room for him.
And that's 6'2".
Man, 6'2", 6'9". I got a 4'1" right now in the room. Hey, but that might be the next Kobe Shaq right there. You feel me? That
That's what
might
I'm
be the
saying.
next Kobe Shaq.
That's
But no,
KP.
but listen though. If them ball would have listened to Phil, the Phil was putting together a team for New York that they ain't never had in years. But the ball was stubborn. They got to the point where they had to trade Carmelo Anthony. If Carmelo would have just listened, look, let me draft these players. I'm gonna put a team around you. Man, Porzingis nice, boy.
Yeah.
And nobody seen that come. You can't tell me you saw that coming. That Phil did that. So imagine all the other shit Phil was putting together and they was knocking. Boy, Phil genius, boy. You tripping.